Well, a very good evening to you and welcome to EMTV Live. I hope you're all well and bearing up. This lock-in, we're all in this together, they say. Anyway, no speedway at Armadale at the moment, as we all know. So tonight, Tuesday night, Tapes Up Tuesday, we're going to go back to 2008 with another cracker of a match from the archives. It's Edinburgh Monarchs versus Redcar Bears from 2008, the 25th of July to be exact. My name is Liam Rudden.
Yeah, thanks Liam. Our 2008 side was one of our best ever, a team full of skill and youthful enthusiasm. However, we knew that Redcar could always be relied on for strong opposition, especially with our track specialists Grieves and Havelock leading the way. On our side, Carl Stonehewer was standing in for the injured William Lawson. We suffered a major setback in Heat 1, but our team was made of strong stuff. See if you can spot a young John McGilvery in there as I was presenting that night as well. For the Monarchs then, at number 1 we had Carl Stonehewer, and at number 2 was Thomas H. Jonasson, at number 3 was Andrew Tully, and at number 4 Ryan Fisher, number 5 was Matthew Weathers, 6 was Derek Steddon, and at number 7 was Aaron Summers.
Thanks John, and the lineup for the Redcar Bears tonight finds Gary Havelock at number 1, at number 2 is Josh Ottey, James Greaves is number 3, Chris Kerr at number 4, Ty Proctor number 5, Benji Compton 6 and Arlo Bujeja is number 7. Now everybody at the club this week was very sad to hear of the passing of a popular rider from the early days here at Armadale. John.
Yes, Liam, everyone at Edinburgh Monarchs was deeply saddened to hear of the passing of Blair Scott this week. Blair rode in our cup winning sides in 1997 and 1999 and rode for 5 seasons as a second string for the Monarchs in over 150 matches and did a great job for the Monarchs in that time. We send our deepest condolences to his family.
Thanks John. Okay, let's go racing. Let's join commentator Mike Hunter.
long last, we've got a warm, dry night here at Armadale and a very interesting match in prospect against the Redcar Bears, who are really a fast improving team. They won last night against Workington, and a guy who I've certainly called the best newcomer of the year is here with them, and we're going to have a quick chat. Ty Proctor. Ty, you have been quite a surprise packet this year. I think you've probably done better than people realised you would. Did you expect to do as well?
Kind of. I knew that I could do it if I really put my mind to it and worked really hard to get where I am. So yeah, I do think.
Because you're probably not one of the more publicised Aussies. What's your home track back home?
I don't really have a home track because I live so far away from Speedway.
Right.
It takes me about 3 hours to get to a track.
Right.
Yeah, I probably ain't the most publicised Speedway rider, but I just go about my business quietly and just try and do the best I can.
Yeah. So how did you actually get into Speedway if you're so far away from it?
One of my dad's friends used to race cars, and then he crossed to bikes, and we had a track built just around the corner from my house, just a practice track. So yeah, we just went there a lot and practiced a lot, which was good.
It's certainly been a big boost for Redcar that you have done so well, and you've really filled a heat leader spot most of the season, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. It was obviously disappointing to lose Chris, and then they just said they needed me to lift and just try and do the best I can, and that's all I've done. So yeah, it's been pretty good, and it's a good challenge.
Yeah. And you're riding with guys like Gary Havelock and James Greaves, who are obviously very knowledgeable. Do they pass on some of their tips to you?
Gary Havelock and James Greaves are the best two people in Speedway, and that was the main reason why I signed for Redcar, was because Gary's there and he's a former world champion, and Greaves, he's got so much experience, and that's why I signed there. And yeah, I did my bikes at Gary's this morning with him, and it was really good, and I'm learning a lot from him.
Yeah, and I guess that the fans have taken you to their heart as well down there.
Yeah, they have. Well, every now and then they slag me off a bit, I think, but yeah, it's all right, I suppose. And yeah, they're pretty good, and I suppose because I pull a few wheelies, they like that, I suppose.
Yeah. One thing that's maybe not your strongest point is your gating. Is that fair? You'd probably like to get that a bit better?
Yeah, that's why I'm doing a lot of Elite League meetings with Peterborough, because it sharpens up my gating. Yeah. I think my gating's improved enormously since coming here, so if I just keep working at it and keep trying to make good starts, well, I should be fine.
Yeah. Now, you've been here once already and did quite well, but perhaps you'd hope to score a few more, probably?
Last time I come here I was shit house, so this time I hope to be a lot better.
Yeah, indeed. And do you think Redcar can win it? Redcar won twice here last year, and
I think we can if we all gel together. Obviously we got Chris coming back from injury, and hopefully he can fly. He's putting a lot of pressure on himself. If he just relaxes and just does the job that he can, we should be fine. And Josh is going through a bit of a slump patch with gating, but his riding is just awesome. So if we can just get him out of the start, we'll be right. And then we've got Benji and Arlo that I think if they really make starts, we should be right tonight.
Okay, Ty, well, it's very nice to see you here, and we've enjoyed watching you up and down the country. Hope you have a good night.
Thank you very much.
Well, it's only heat one, and we've had 2 2-minute exclusions already. I don't think anybody really realised what was happening. Thomas Jonasson and Josh Ottey picking up 2-minute penalties. Edinburgh have chosen to bring in Derek Snedden in the blue helmet, whereas Josh Ottey rides off 15 metres for the Bears. So that means a change of gate positions. Snedden on 1, Gary Havelock on 2, Carl Stonehewer on 3, and Josh Ottey coming from the 15 metre mark. Oh, what a start. And Snedden, oh my goodness. Stonehewer got a nudge there going into the first corner, and he's come down. So I think the red lights are on now. And that could be a nasty one for Stoney. And are we ever going to get this meeting going? Well, a disastrous opening race for the Monarchs. Carl Stonehewer out the match, Derek Snedden excluded, Aaron Summers on his own against Gary Havelock at the tapes, with Josh Ottey coming off 15 metres. Havelock, who wasn't well away the first time, obviously comfortably in front now. Summers looking quite good in second. He'll be under pressure, probably from Josh Ottey, who is a useful man from the back. He's closed in on Summers now, and they're all bunching up a bit. Summers really just has to stay steady. He's not going to pass Havelock, so just to make sure he doesn't make any glaring errors. He's having a dabble around the outside here, but second place is really all the Monarchs would ask of him there. That was a good enough ride. So a gift for two really to the Bears there in the opening race, and no Carl Stonehewer at number 1. His rides will go to the reserves from now on. Heat 2 is Derek Snedden, Benji Compton, Aaron Summers and Arlo Bugia. Snedden leads the way. Bugia bounces across the corner, blocks out Summers. And this is one of the races where the Monarchs really must capitalise on the stronger reserve strength. Which means that it's essential Summers achieves something. Snedden's in front. Summers is trying to get to grips with Bugia, but he's a long way behind Compton, and he's obviously not out of fourth yet. Benji Compton looking very handy, in fact, in second spot. Summers trying to get a long straight out of it. He's come inside Bugia this time and got through into third anyway. Arlo's got him back again. He did well there. Once again, Aaron goes for that line, and he's through once more. Just needs to hold it a bit tighter, I think, this time, and he'll get the third spot. Well, it wasn't easy, and the Bears reserves, I think, rode actually quite well there. I'm not criticising Summers for only getting a point, because Benji rode a good race. The Monarchs have levelled it up at 6-all, but effectively that's a better result for Redcar than it is for Edinburgh, given the current situation. Gate 3 is James Greaves on gate 1, gate 2 is Ryan Fisher, Chris Kerr rides from gate 3, and Andrew Tully in gate 4. Greaves away well from the inside. Tully's gone to the boards, a terrific burst by Fisher and Snedden simultaneously passing their opposite numbers, and Fisher holds out Greaves. Tully up on Greaves' tail as well. And Tully's lined him up there, and he's gone through. Brilliant riding by Andrew Tully. Greaves again will try and come back round the outside, and he may make it this time. Fisher and Tully carving it up here, and Fisher will just need to go quick enough to give Tully room to race. Greaves is still with them. Tully's so good at tucking in tight there, coming out the corner fast. This will put heart into the Monarchs if they can finish the job. Greaves has gone to the fence, and it's a brilliant 5-1 for the Monarchs middle pairing there. That was superbly well done. Monarchs lead 11-7, and it's going to be a tough fight, but they're showing that they've got the mettle to do it. Arlo Bugia Aaron Summers, Ty Proctor and Matthew Weathers. Proctor's lifted there and the Monarchs pair have gated better. Proctor's lined them up though. It's Summers who's gone ahead while Weathers struggling a bit round that first corner. Summers tucks it in tight and Weathers has got into second. The Weathers will need to be careful, but they seem to be pulling away a bit at the moment. Determination here. Trying to take command of this match. Something's come off Summers' machine there. 5-1 there though, puts the Monarchs 8 points clear. Long way to go of course. Andrew Tully's on gate 1. Josh Ottey gate 2, Ryan Fisher on gate 3, and Gary Havelock comes from gate 4. Havelock away well there, he almost caused a big problem for Fisher. Tully's got himself through into second and Fisher comes careering round the outside. Goodness sake. What a speed Fisher's going. He's now up alongside Havelock. Not so easy to pass him though. And Ottey and Tully are having a battle, although I think Ottey fell on his own there, I would say. We'll see what the referee says, but Tully seemed to be on the inside line. And Ottey's the man out. Well, no Josh Ottey for the rerun. I think that was a correct decision, but Havelock made a good start the first time. And again, he's away brilliantly. Tully's on his inside there though, and Tully's gone through. Fisher, I think, ran into the back of Havelock there, did he? Tully's probably as quick as anyone round here. I'm sure Fisher's done something to his machine because he's not turning properly. Possibly damaged the frame. Could be wrong. Certainly doesn't look comfortable. Maybe settle down a bit now. Tully extends the Monarchs lead, but takes them already into TR territory. And Fisher does seem a bit concerned about something on his machine, I'm afraid. Well, Ty Proctor going as a TR in this seat number 6 from gate 1, Derek Snedden gate 2, Benji Compton gate 3, Thomas Jonasson on gate 4. Proctor's away well, but Jonasson has, I think, got round him. Oh, he's going far too slow, Jonasson. Is his engine all right? Took ages to leave the turn there. Going back ahead now, there's smoke coming from his machine, and he's not going properly. He's going to stop, I fancy. More like it. Still doesn't look at full power. Quite surprising to see Proctor take the TR here with Havelock and Greaves in the side. Of course they can still use a TS at some stage. But Thomas Jonasson, although he didn't look comfortable early in the race, takes the win anyway and makes that race a 4-all, and the TR's gone. So that possibly a poor move. Maybe Brian Havelock thought that was a weak race, and it would have been if Thomas had stopped. Seven, Matthew Weathers, James Greaves, Aaron Summers and Chris Kerr. Visitors much better away that time. Greaves and Kerr have gone ahead, and Weathers hasn't made a good burst off the turn as he often does. Kerr's into second spot. He didn't look impressive in his first ride, but Weathers not getting near him at this stage, and Greaves miles ahead. Weathers trying hard to get in touch with Kerr, and he's closer. Obviously a TR in this race would have brought an 8-1. That's gone for them. Weathers is close now, but he's not going to get there. 5-1 to the Bears. Disappointing one for the home side, very disappointing. And the gap cut to 6 points. They need everybody, the home side need everybody contributing to the maximum, with Stonehewer missing, and that one is a disappointment. To key heat, I think. Derek Snedden, Benji Compton, Thomas Jonasson and Josh Ottey. Snedden's away well, but he's pushing his partner out again. Jonasson and Snedden in front. Ottey challenging Jonasson, almost out of control there. And the visitors in all sorts of bother there. Compton's come down. Snedden's clear now. He's giving Jonasson a free run. Ottey can never be discounted. He's a noted overtaker. Monarchs pair into their final lap. Ottey trying to line up a run. Still a few lengths down though. And the Monarchs finished the job very well. Jonasson unbeaten after missing out on heat 1, and that 5-1 restores that 10-point gap again, which I'm sure Monarchs are going to need. Fisher, Proctor, Tully, Redcar. Harlow away quite well there, but it's Tully who's gone to the front again, and it's Fisher, no it's not Fisher, it's Redcar who's got into second, and now he's sat down. No stoppage. Tully and Fisher lead the way again. Fisher, if he had a problem with his machine in the previous one, seems to have sorted it. And we're not seeing the Ty Proctor who scored so well on so many tracks. Hard to believe really that they used their TR via Proctor. Tully rips round the last turn and a very comfortable 5-1 there for the Monarchs. Puts them fairly well clear at this stage, but no chickens will be counted. Heat 10, Thomas Jonasson, Chris Kerr, Aaron Summers and James Greaves. Jonasson and Greaves contest the lead, and it's Greaves pushes his way ahead. Summers has got by, Kerr there, but Kerr's come blasting round the outside. Overdone it though, and the Monarchs pair possibly getting in each other's way a bit. Thomas is into second now with Aaron third, and that'll do them fine. Jonasson not likely to settle for second, perhaps he should. He's well back now, so a 3-all will do the Monarchs. And that they've got. That looked a dangerous heat. Chris Kerr not happy, naturally. The Monarchs retain their 14-point lead. They've got another Stonehewer race coming up with a further one later on. These are the hurdles they've got to get over. Gate 11, Gary Havelock gate 1, Matthew Weathers gate 2, Josh Haughty gate 3 and Derek Snedden on gate 4. Snedden's away well and he's right over there to try and block out Havelock, and Weathers has come through as well. Astounding first turn by the Monarchs pair. Snedden and Weathers lead the way, and it's Haughty who's in third, trying a big blast round the outside. Impressive, the Monarchs pair can't afford to go too slow. The danger of it. Havelock's in the picture as well. Haughty's gone for the big blast. He can't quite get round there. Weathers doing a beautiful job so far, but can he hold it? He's in trouble here. Haughty's alongside him. Snedden from Weathers. This is a cracker. Once again, Haughty goes on that outside blast. Weathers stays so cool in these situations. Here's Haughty again. almost round the outside of Weathers there. He's going for that blast again. What a tremendous effort by Otti. He got second. It was a sensational race. Havelock at the back because they just couldn't find anywhere to go. Otti got second with a really tenacious and brilliant ride. Matthew Weathers will be disappointed because he missed out on the paid win he deserved, but it's a crucial heat advantage for the Monarchs. Gate 12, it's Benji Compton on gate 1, Andrew Tully gate 2, James Greaves gate 3, and he's won his last couple of rides, and Aaron Summers at gate 4. Tully got away well. Looked as though Tully was kind of prepared for the tapes going up at that very moment. He leads from Summers with Greaves back in third. Now Tully will try and hold the inside and let Aaron come round the outside. It's again another daring effort at a team ride with Greaves behind them. You maybe think Tully should go ahead, I might think that, although Greaves has made a bit of a mess of that one. For the second race running, the Monarchs were really trying an outlandish team ride here. Greaves, Summers and Tully, and Greaves again has got into a terrible fankle there. And Compton ran into him. Well, I assume that race will be awarded, and we hope everybody's okay. Amazingly, the Monarchs have the match points sewn up with 3 heats to go. This is heat 13, Snedden, Havelock, Weathers and Proctor. Once again, Snedden away well, a very tight first corner, and it's Proctor who's gone ahead. And Havelock pressing Snedden for second. Havelock ducking and diving, looking for some space. And he may get through here, he has. So just as well, Monarchs have got the match points sewn up. Snedden trying to come back round Havelock again. And he has. My goodness. It's all happening. Havelock's got that inside line again, and Snedden again lifts, and down he comes this time. And the bike's gone a long, long way. So we hope Derek's okay. Dearie me. Too many fallers. Heat 14, Chris Kerr, Aaron Summers, Arlo Bugia and Ryan Fisher. Fisher's quickly away, I think, although Kerr has got to the corner. Fisher trying to float round him, and I think he has. He's lifting as he hits the pit's turn there, and Kerr in fact has pushed him wide, but Fisher looks at him and goes by. Tremendous effort by Fisher there. And Summers is on his tail too. Look at this from Summers. That's tremendous. Kerr trying the big blast round again. Oh, we're seeing some good stuff from Summers here. That's very impressive. Well, at times the Monarchs' performances tonight have been pretty brilliant, I must say, against a team that I thought were a real threat, with number 1 Carl Stonehewer ruled out in the opening race. The rest of the teams responded brilliantly, and there we saw another example of it, a superb 5-1 from Fisher and Summers, in spite of strong pressure early in the race from Chris Kerr. That was an intriguing race, and we've had some good stuff tonight. Ty Proctor on gate 1, Andrew Tully unbeaten on gate 2, James Greaves gate 3, Ryan Fisher gate 4. And it's Greaves who's made the turn, I think. Proctor, Fisher going tearing inside Greaves like a train there, driving across the corner, but Greaves leads. Fisher fiercely into the corner. Greaves has got past him, has he? Oh, Greaves locked up there. Tully's unbeaten runs in grave danger. He's at the back, trying to squeeze inside Proctor. Another intriguing race. Looks as though Fisher would get the drop on Greaves early on, but he hasn't. Tully trying the outside this time. Look at that from Tully, he's almost alongside Proctor. Last bend coming up already. Tully going for the big blast again. Proctor looking for him the wrong way, but he got the third place anyway. Oh, and almost collisions after the race. The Bears finished with a 4-2. Quite a fascinating battle once again. And the Monarchs have performed gloriously tonight, to my mind, to win a match without their rider at number 1, injured in heat number 1. The rest of them have performed superbly. James Greaves, as always, pretty good opposition, not in every race, but plenty of good gating and tenacious riding from Greaves as always. But the Monarchs, a big win again in a tough match with an important rider missing. That's a good performance. Well, there come the Scott Waste Monarchs, who we've just been told are now racing in the Scott Waste Arena every week, and they've performed remarkably tonight, to be honest, for a match that I thought was going to be very difficult. They lost their guest rider Carl Stonehewer in Heat 1, and yet they went on to win by 18 points and had the match sewn up with 3 races to go. So they really pulled some tremendous rides out the bag, and although Redcar were no mugs, and we knew they wouldn't be, I think the Edinburgh performance rates is one of their best this season. Their scorers, Carl Stonehewer, unfortunately no points from no rides, and we hope that Stoney will be okay for the 4s tomorrow. Thomas Jonasson was excluded on 2 minutes in that disastrous heat number 1. He finished with 7-1 from 3. Andrew Tully got 10-2 from 5, only dropped points in the final race. Ryan Fisher got 11-1 from 5. More exciting stuff from him. Matthew Weathers 5-1 from 4. Not a great score, but one particularly good team ride that cost him a point. Derek Snedden got 10 from 6, 3 victories in there and 2 exclusions. And Aaron Summers, a super show at number 7, is best for a long time, 12-2 from 7 for Aaron, all very important points. On the Redcar side, Gary Havelock, good at times, 7 and a bonus from 4. Josh Otte always battling and a great 10 from 4. Ty Proctor got 10 from 5, but that included a 4-point TR, which was rather surprising use of the TR, I thought. Benji Compton got 3 from 4, and Arlo Bugia got 0 from 4. And Aaron Summers wins the Monarch of the match. I think that's well deserved. He scored very important points tonight at crucial stages of the match. Aaron hasn't had too many of these awards, but he'll be delighted to get that one. It's a great victory for the Monarchs. They're off to the 4s tomorrow. We'll be back next week. That's it from Armadale. Good night.
Well then, if you'd like a shout out on any of these broadcasts, you can now email John and myself. Send your requests to John and Liam at edinburghmonarchs.co.uk. We can do shout outs, we'll do mentions, whatever. Just let us know what you'd like to say. You can also use that address and our Twitter handles at Liam Rudden and at the boy Jan to send in questions for the new series of Sunday lunch interviews. We did our first Sunday lunch with Sam Masters. What a great guy, and what a brilliant interview that was on Sunday past. That is now uploaded to the Monarchs website, so if you go to the EMTV page there, you can watch it. We'll have another member of the 2020 What the Fork squad for you this week. Get your questions in, email them to us or drop us a line and we'll read them out live. John?
Yeah, thanks Liam, and in true Chick Young fashion I can exclusively reveal that we will have Josh Pickering join us on Sunday for Sunday lunch with myself and Liam. Josh Pickering from 12 o'clock on Facebook Live, so get all your questions emailed over to John and Liam at edinburghmonarchs.co.uk and we'll have a chat with Josh Pickering at 12 o'clock on Sunday. We'll be back with more action on Friday when we have the September 2017 clash against the rivals from the West, the Glasgow Tigers. Make sure you join us for that, and a thank you as well to our team sponsors, the What the Fork, the newest delivery company around. Thank you to them for continuing to support Edinburgh through these tough times. Enjoy the Speedway tonight, and we'll see you again on Friday and of course on Sunday for lunch with Josh Pickering.